Now recording.
Hi, everybody. It is I, Greg.
Greg?
Yeah, so Metallica's doing a new album thing soon, and
It's mid. It's so mid. It's gonna be mid.
I like
That's my
Lux
opinion.
Eterna. Screaming Suicide's okay. We'll see how it goes from there. John from the Discord server really wants us to do the load, and I was like, okay, that's a good idea, but we can't do load without doing reload. It's like a 3-bean salad with only 1.5 of the beans. We can't do it like that. We gotta have the whole.
We gotta have the whole blood and semen mixture when we're going into this whole thing.
You know, it's kind of like how women.
Right.
This is already terrible. Okay, so there's no point in going round table what we think about Metallica. We all like Metallica. Metallica's legend is already built into the bedrock of metal. They're like the biggest touring band ever besides like AC/DC nowadays. So yeah.
James doesn't speak for me.
You have a hard enough time speaking for yourself, so it makes sense.
I respect Metallica a bit more than I respect Megadeth, but that being said, I can't say I really like Metallica or listen to them all that much. I am not expecting Load and Reload to be any better than the 2 singles from this new album. Certainly not expecting it to be any better than, you know, Ride the Lightning, but I think Ride the Lightning's a 7, so...
Woof.
I do not respect Metallica more than I respect Megadeth, but I do like Metallica's 80s stuff a lot. I even like some shit from the Black Album, and after that they have a few good songs interspersed with a few bad ones. Mostly bad ones, though. Also, this video is only going to be entertaining for like the first maybe 50 minutes of load or so. By the end, it's going to be incredibly boring, because we're gonna be incredibly bored.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of editing.
You may be surprised.
This is why there's a backlog. This is why James makes other videos.
Yeah. But anyway, let's just start with Ate My Bitch. It's still so stupid they started this whole clusterfuck with Ain't My Bitch.
Do you think this song gets demonetized on YouTube because it has this in the title?
I assume so. I mean, like, it's pretty hard to find an upload of Rock and Roll N-Word by Patti Smith. So.
Well, that's a whole other can of worms.
Say the word, you coward.
Well, NWA are allowed to.
Yeah.
Hey, and Patti Smith is a Jew, I think. Maybe. Probably not, actually.
Oh my god.
We ain't touching this.
Yeah, and as Kanye West, our Lord and
Stop.
Savior, has said many times, black people are the real Jews.
Well, she is a woman, and John Lennon said that woman is the nigga of the world.
That was Yoko Ono.
They ripped it off from Stockhausen, who cares? We're probably gonna have to split this up into like 2 videos or some shit.
No, this is one big thing.
Fuck.
There's gonna be a lot of editing, though.
Okay, you know what? From this first song, if I'm being completely honest, I am not seeing what's so bad so far. Like, this is not.
This song isn't bad, it's mostly the vocal performance. It ain't my bitch! Ah!
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's James Hetfield. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah,
James
but like,
Hetfield
he
can
wasn't
be-
doing this kind of shit before this album.
The closest he got was like a Wolf and Man or something, and that was it.
Like, he'd pull out a yeah every now and again, but there all the bullshit wasn't there yet.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, the Black Album did something pretty heinous, and that was birthing James Hetfield, the crooner, which I will never forgive Bob Rock for.
He sounded good on Nothing Else Matters.
I'm not saying he sounded bad, because he didn't, but afterwards he tried to become like Merle Haggard.
And people say that I'm being unreasonable when I say at times that Metallica sounds like country rock.
People keep
Well-
fucking saying that this album is country. It's not. There's like 2 songs on this album that are country. If anything, this album is like trying to like be more like of the alternative metal scene at the time. Like, I see more as this album as them trying to be like Alice in Chains.
This is
No,
weird.
no,
It is
bullshit.
them. It is them kind of trying to do. an
No,
Alice
they're
in Chains.
influenced by Alice in Chains, but to say this is just them trying to be Alice in Chains,
No,
this
it
is
isn't
way
just
more
that.
influenced by Southern
It's not
rock
just
than Alice in
that.
Chains are.
Wait. There's Southern rock, blues, alternative rock. It's a hodgepodge of terrible
Right.
ideas.
Oh, what was that?
He had diarrhea. It's a good way to end it right there.
Okay, well that's an opener.
That is one of the openers of all time.
Hey, look, it's the drum fill that Lars does in every song on this album.
Yes, the infamous load fill. The fill that for some reason Lars Ulrich thought was good enough to use multiple times, even though it's the most basic shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's better than just, at least he's not doing just a simple snare roll, which he kept doing in the new song.
I don't know if I want to listen to that song now.
He's also going to bake you and forsake you and rake you.
And debate you.
Fox.
Router.
Okay, this is, like I said before, this is strip club music, and this makes me want to listen to Pantera.
This is strip club
Pantera
music.
were never this lame, even at their dumbest.
Yeah, Metal Magic exists.
During the
This
90s,
song-
they were never this lame.
Fucking 90s, yeah.
This song is fucking stupid, but it's hard for me to hate it. I don't know, because like I grew up on this album, I do have a soft spot for it, but like, I don't think it's great. It's just easy to make fun of.
Also, how are you gonna brag about like being a big tough guy when your whole thing is I'm gonna hit you with a 2x4? You're too much of a pussy to hit me with your fucking fists.
2x4s hurt, Caleb.
I'm gonna hit you with a
Yeah,
glorified
it's harder,
stick.
Caleb.
Like, yeah, hit me with your fist, sure, but if you hit me with the 2x4, that's not only gonna hurt, that's gonna fucking bleed.
That will knock you
You'll be a
unconscious.
real man if you hit me with your fist, brother.
No, but like the problem is like anyone can fuck someone up by hitting them with a 2x4. That doesn't mean you're tough.
Are you sure about that? Meet me behind the Home Depot, Caleb.
I like to see a baby take me down with a 2x4. It wouldn't stand a chance.
No, it makes sense. I mean, this is like Home Depot metal. I keep trying to say rock because I think Metallica's a rock band instead of a metal band.
Well, we all know what Home Depot rock is, and that's Tyler Larson's EP.
Eating goldfish while looking at a picture of blood mixed with semen is a vibe.
Okay, I forgot that goldfish are an actual, like, snack you can buy in America, and I thought you were trying to make some weird analogy or something about eating a literal goldfish.
Just sinking his teeth into a fish, Gollum style.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be some variation of Gollum by the time we get to the end of this.
No, we're not even gonna. We're gonna be like worse than Gollum because we're not even gonna be able to talk. We'll just be able to do like the shriek he does. Just Lindsay Ellis when she gets really angry.
No, we're all gonna be a different. Like, I'm gonna be Gollum's final form. Nathan is Gollum before he discovers the ring. Drew is Gollum, like in between when he's slowly transforming. And Caleb, you're Andy Serkis in the mocap suit.
Yeah.
Later that same evening.
Really cool that Metallica could go forward in time and write a song about a Matt Dillon movie that didn't even come out yet.
That's a comedian, right? Matt Dillon.
Yes, and The House that Jack Built is one of the best comedies ever.
Oh no, never mind. I'm thinking of Tim Dillon, never mind.
The song shares the name of a very good movie by Lars von Trier, but it is not a very good song.
Okay, once a fucking again, this is strip club music. Like, is this the thing that we're gonna be getting for the rest of this album?
Well,
Because if
no.
so, the cum portion makes sense. I don't know about the blood.
Strip
Well-
club music is like White Zombie.
Well, like, this isn't too far removed from White Zombie.
What?
That's probably true.
I'm just saying it's similar, dude. I'm not saying it's as good. I'm not even a big White Zombie fan.
Wait, I gotta quickly dip.
It's-
I'll be right back.
It's okay, Nathan. Fuck. Well, Nathan is now gone. We're taking applicants for the fourth friend. If you would like to apply, send in your resume and your one physical feature that we could most easily make fun of. Good luck.
We're not pausing this album while someone gets
No.
up.
No.
No.
This album's
Not a
worth-
chance in fucking hell.
Not worth pausing.
Especially not an album track. Maybe one of the singles, but not an album track. Okay, the more I'm thinking about it, I might make this maybe a two-parter. At the very least, separate load and reload.
Yeah, I didn't want to say too much, but like the first thing that went through my head is like, dude, we're gonna be doing this for an hour and a half.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first boring albums we listen to and watch together. God, this is so boring. Like, it's so milquetoast.
There's nothing stimulating about it.
What the fuck?
Oh god, it's one of those, you kind of like mouth into it while you're playing. Like when Mick Mars used on Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah, but on Kickstart My Heart it was cool. Here it's just obnoxious.
Okay, yeah, it was much better implemented there, I will not argue.
Yeah, here it sounded like shit.
Sounds like a synthesizer having a diarrhea attack.
It's still going.
It sounds like a cat trying to ward away a stray cat that walked onto, like, the porch.
What happened? Did they
Like-
not have Kirk in at the time, so he decided to just do the wah-wah effect himself?
No. That's definitely something Kirk would do.
Oh, Kirk forgot his guitar then, along with his phone, filled with his riffs.
No, you do need a guitar to play with one of those things. You can't just go wow, wow, wow into a microphone.
Okay, so if you have a guitar, and you're gonna play that, why the fuck would you not play it with a guitar? Why would you use that shitty sounding vocal thing?
Because self-indulgence. That's why. These albums are a lesson in self-indulgence.
I don't even think you can really take it that far, because the content is so milquetoast that it's not even really that indulgent in anything at all.
It's literally
Dude,
just indulgent. Like
Have you
length
seen
and
how
shit.
long these albums are?
I've heard how long these albums are, we just fucking mentioned it, but at the same
Is that
time...
not self-indulgence?
No, James, you're missing the point. What he's saying is that it's only self-indulgent in terms of quantity. It's not self-indulgent in terms of what's happening musically.
I mean,
Exactly.
It's too and basic for that.
there's more interesting ideas, at least a bit later, but the first, like, half of this album doesn't know favors at all.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey guys, look, the song that made a generation of metalheads kill themselves.
And I am a firm advocate of self-indulgence in music. I think most of the best art is made with self-indulgence, but if there's nothing to back it up, it's just insufferable.
I mean, honestly, as bad as that vocal thing sounded, I'd prefer more of that in this album because it at least draws attention to the songs.
This is one of
Okay,
the best songs on the album, honestly.
I mean, hey, you can tell why they picked it as a single. Even though it's like a weird mix of like Alice in Chains, 90s Danzig, and I don't even know what the fuck else.
This is one of the better songs.
Hey, definitely.
Yeah.
It sounds like Love You to Death if it was butt rock, though.
Let's play the game of which band member is hamming it up the most for the camera.
Well, Jason is smearing himself with shit. Yeah, I don't think you can ham yourself up more than that.
I think the baby should sue for being in this music video.
You can take so many stills from this video and have so much stupid meme potential.
Didn't know I was watching The Holy Mountain.
So tell me why you've chosen me.
Tell me why you chosen me.
Vocal performance isn't bad.
This video is stupid.
I don't know if the video is really that stupid. I mean, it's about Adam and Eve and, I don't know, fucking Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know.
The thing I do love about the song is the lyrics.
I could never be fucked to pay attention to them, honestly.
Well, I can never be fucked to pay attention to you.
That's not true, baby.
Ooh, whoa. See, I do like a lot of the imagery in this video, but also there's a lot of dumb See, like that, that's a cool ass shot.
Anytime James Hetfield is on the screen, it becomes lame.
Or Jason Newsted is smearing himself with dog shit. Kirk showing off his fucking eyeshadow. Lars is looking like a lost member of Depeche Mode.
Why is it that whenever Metallica are at their most, like, visually and aesthetically, like, avant-garde and weird, they're at their most musically dumbed down?
I mean, yeah, say what you want. This era probably has their best music videos.
Better this music video than the one from Memory Remains on the next album.
No, I do like that video. It's at least it's creative.
This one is more creative, objectively. Like, objectively more creative than Memory Remains.
I mean, like it's like taking imagery from like other forms of media, pretty much, and just recreating it. I don't know if creative's right word. I mean, I like it better, but that's it.
That's something to look forward to.
I do love this riff. Well, mainly the bass line.
Yeah, it's good. I like this song.
Yeah, I do too. Probably my favorite off the album.
Bassline's not bad. I wish the riff kind of did a little bit more, though.
Well, it's basically ripping off the bass line.
I know. It's because Kirk is a hack.
Pretty sure it's James Hetfield who wrote the riff.
Yeah. I like Kirk. Kirk gets a bit too much shit, if you ask me.
I agree.
I mean, he is one of the most overrated guitarists of all time, but he's good.
He's by no means a bad player.
Which is why it's so inexplicable for his solos being so bad now.
Yeah.
Because, like, he can still play the old solos.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, I like Lux Eterna, but that solo is ridiculous.
Yeah, you can tell that Kirk wrote it.
At this rate, James Hetfield plays way better solos than Kirk does. Even in, like, classic
he writes
Metallica...
way better solos, I should say.
No, even in, like, classic Metallica days, James Hetfield wrote a lot of the best solos. The melodic solo in Master of Puppets, I'm pretty sure, was him.
Well,
if that's
at this point,
misinformation, cut it out.
I'm fairly certain modern Metallica are just becoming placeholders for themselves.
New Metallica is basically Metallica being Metallica for the sake of Metallica. Well, for the sake of Metallica fans, I should say. They're at that stage in their career and have been for a while.
This is why, like, talking about, like, modern Metallica is just so fucking something I just don't like to get into, because, like, with Metallica, you can't win. Because if you do something different, everybody shits on you, and then if you do something that's thrash, everybody's like, well, you just copying and repeating what you're doing. Like, people just fucking...
Okay, but...
Like, the fans lose it no matter
The problem
what.
isn't just that they're doing things that are fresh and people don't like that they're changing. The problem is that what they're doing that's different is commercial and bland.
Okay, like, look, for instance, if way more of this album sounded like King Nothing, I don't think nearly as many people would hate Load and Reload. That is a hill I will die
That's
on.
a fair point.
Plus, weren't they going, like, more thrash with their recent output? Like, even including,
Yes.
like, Hardwired? Like, people are praising them for that, like, up and down. Yeah, there's detractors here and there, but for the most part, it's praise. I mean, yeah, it's Metallica being Metallica for the sake of Metallica fans, but at the same time, if Metallica fans want thrash, they're getting thrash.
Well, it's also like, you can't really blame them too much either, because that's what all classic artists do after a while. Like,
That's not true, just most of them.
well, I was about to say, Broad Strokes gets the picture painted faster. Like, there's some examples, like for instance, Jeff Beck in the mid-2000s started making, like, electronic music, you know? Like, that's a weird example. Or, like, Lou Reed, but Lou Reed was always doing weird different shit. But also, in the case of, like, Metallica, every single time they experiment, it's nearly always dog shit.
I think the problem with Metallica trying to be all experimental and stuff is that they just don't have, like, the chops to go into that field.
It's not
They
even...
lack the depth.
Right.
It's not
Yeah.
even them being experimental. Like, what they're doing has been done before. Like, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that they're completely dick riding other sounds, but not anything new. It's been done. And generally, the kinds of audiences that have already heard that kind of stuff, who are fans of Metallica, don't really like that kind of stuff. So when Metallica does it, that's why people tend to hate it.
I've seen people say, oh, if Cliff never died, then Metallica would have made Master Puppets over and over and over again. It's like, no. Here's what would have happened if Cliff never died. Either one, he would have stayed with them and pretty much kept the same course because Cliff liked way more than just metal. Like, favorite band was like Leonard Skinner or some shit. Or two, he would have left and done something else.
No, I think what would have happened is they would have made a few more albums with him, and Cliff would have pushed them into, like, an increasingly more, like, progressive direction, and then the rest of the band would want to simplify their sound and start making shit like this, and then Cliff would be like, fuck this, and then he'd leave.
I don't know how far the progressive thing would really go, because they already hit that wall on Injustice for All. The only difference was they did it without Cliff.
They hit the wall by their
I
standards.
think what Caleb was
There's
trying to
nothing-
say...
I mean, yeah, they hit it by their standards, but I don't think Cliff would have been enough to keep that trajectory going for another 2 or 3 records. Maybe one more, if that.
Yeah, that's if they did the same stuff over and over, but I mean, Metallica could have gone heavier. Probably wouldn't have worked out, but it would have been interesting to hear them take, like, a Sodom direction to their sound.
Well, it's one of those things, like, they could have, but they wouldn't.
No.
Because that wasn't what that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, because, like, even in, like, classic Metallica days, James's whole thing was, like, writing really simple riffs and stuff. He's always been that kind of guy.
Also, this song sucks.
This song is actually good.
May I present to everybody watching the Metallica version of Editor's Note and Correction. I don't know where Buddy Holly by Weezer came from. I meant to say Nirvana in Bloom. I don't know what happened there. But enjoy the reaction nonetheless
What?
by the music video.
That is a stretch and a half.
I have no comment.
I woke up at like 5 a.m. Forgive me.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and that's because I have terrible insomnia.
Remember when we listened to Arch Enemy and you compared Angela to Mitch Lucker, Druid?
Bruh.
That for sure makes somebody mad in the comments.
I think the song is good, but the music video doesn't reflect it, like, at all.
No,
Like, it's
honestly,
jarring.
I'm the opposite. I like the video. I don't like the song at all.
It's
Like, the
fine.
video is weird and interesting, but the song is derivative butt rock trash.
You gotta give Metallica credit. They are one of the few 80s bands to actually produce better 90s material than a lot of these fucking hair bands.
Low bar is low.
Plenty of 80s thrash bands who started doing shit like this in the 90s, and they weren't significantly worse than Metallica. Megadeth did it way better.
Okay, I like this riff.
As I've said, I like this video, even though it stars fucking Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy, apparently.
I just don't know that.
How? That was a joke, Nathan, you dipshit!
Oh.
It's like 10 years before Fall Out Boy was formed.
God, I hate James's clean croons on this album.
This album's kind of drained our IQ. Like, I think
Yeah.
I'm the first to enter, like, R-word zone. Nathan is the next casualty.
I'm autistic, I can say don't bleep me.
By the
I
time
said almost at the very start of this.
By the time we
Why
get
didn't we call this react then?
Because weak/no or weak/no whatever her name is would come to my house and kill me.
I think by the time we get to the song Wasting My Hate, we'll all be shotgunning beers and sitting in the back of pickup trucks.
The men who ride short yellow buses. That should be the name.
The men who stare at Goatsy.
The men who stare at furry porn.
The men who have OnlyFans accounts.
Hey, everybody in the Scoop Mids community, James is looking for a furry profile picture and furry background art.
Yes.
Please send your submissions into the Discord chat in general, please.
Preferably with a poopy diaper on and you can see the stink lines.
Nathan is looking
We
for
want
a
like furries with
girlfriend-free
these
boy.
loaded, smelly diapers.
I want
you know?
furries with all of the James and friends being bored by said furries.
Okay,
It's like that old
far.
Amy Klobuchar picture.
Too far. People are gonna actually fucking try that someday.
It would be our first fan art. Watch that be our first fan art. See, you know what kind of sucks? There's like elements in these songs that could work if they're like condensed and cut down and more fleshed out and would be decent tracks. But instead they had to make this song almost as long as Master of Puppets.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, going through this album, like, I remember I used to love this song when I was a kid. Now I still don't hate it, but, like, it's just too fucking long.
Yep, and a spoiler alert, that's how I feel about the Outlaw Torn too, which is a song people worship.
I agree. Yeah.
Boomer Benz plus Wah.
I want to hear The Cure. Can we skip the song and listen to The Cure?
It's literally only 10 more seconds.
Skip!
For a second there, I thought you were actually talking about The Cure. I'm like, yes, please.
I thought you were saying like, oh, this song kind of sounds like The Cure, sort of. It's like, oh no, the next song is actually Cure.
I have not heard The Cure's entire discography, but I'll bet even at their worst, they're better than this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This James and Friends is now turning into James and Friends of Disintegration.
A good album, as opposed to this.
And we'll be listening to like The Memory Remains, just like, yeah, The Same Deep Water as You is a really beautiful song.
Is this the Metallica equivalent of A Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills?
I can't hate this. It's too fucking stupid for me to
Yes, you
hate.
can, Nathan. Let the
Yes,
hate,
you can.
Let the hate flow through you.
And you will.
Wait, hold on.
When you're crowned king, nothing!
God, this song sounds the exact same
Oh
as the
my
last.
god. I
It's like
just
the same
realized that.
build-up in the
Yeah,
chorus.
it is
No.
too.
And I finally see what you guys were talking about with Lars's drum fill. That. Oh my fucking god.
He's got like a handful of fills that he uses all the time without any sort of not even a handful, a few.
I saw a YouTube comment that that compared Lars Ulrich to like 50-year-old like dad who was like a drummer in like the high school band, and now he's sitting behind the kit at a party for like the first time in 20 years and he's showing off the tricks that he barely remembers.
Props to whoever
Yeah.
left that comment. That's amazing.
It's that scene from the South Park episode Guitar Queero, where Randy starts playing Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah.
Check this out. One side rolls up
that's
of the
gay,
noise
Mr.
and
Marsh.
one-
I don't just realized the man takes another bullet. What is this, a predecessor to fucking shoot me again? Insane anger.
Shut the fuck
This is just a
up.
ripoff of King Nothing.
Yeah,
It is.
they ripped themselves off.
Basically the same song.
On the same album!
They could have at the very least put this on Reload, or at least put it later on in Load, so it would have
Or-
like kind of forgotten about King Nothing.
They could have just not done this song.
Yeah, how about they just put it on a B-side and forget about it?
No, they couldn't have done that because that would have been the logical conclusion to make.
Oh yeah. Did they still have Bob Rock with them for this shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They had Bob Rock all the way until Stay in Anger. Make of that as you will. I do think Bob Rock's one of the most overrated producers of all time.
He is.
He's up there with
Like-
Rick Rubin, but I like more Rick Rubin produced albums than Bob Rock.
His production of the Black Album is great.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not denying that. But besides that, he's done
It is.
so much garbage.
I feel like people don't give Bob Rock enough credit, or negative credit, I should say,
Negative credit, negative XP.
for changing the sound of Metallica as much as he
They don't
did.
give him enough debt.
Oh yeah, didn't the reason why they wanted Bob Rock was because of fucking Dr. Feelgood?
Yes.
That's funny because the production on that album sucks ass.
It's fine.
It's so fucking compressed.
The main problem with Dr. Feelgood is not its production, it is its songs. Let's not get it twisted.
Well, that too.
I stand
but-
by that.
Well, on that note, I mean, I feel like if Metallica liked as a whole Dr. Feelgood the album, they probably
They
liked
didn't.
it.
They
didn't?
hated Motley Crue. There are stories of like fucking them heckling them at the whiskey in the early days, back when they were an actual metal band.
Okay,
and then
so-
getting chased by Tommy Lee and Nikki Sixx.
So how do they justify getting Bob Rock because he
They
produced that
didn't.
album?
Because it was a big album and it sold a lot of records.
Ah, so the answer was staring me right in the face, and I refuse to believe it.
Pretty much.
They do believe.
Like, I don't think they actually liked the sound of that album.
I mean,
'cause-
what the fuck is next for this next album? They're gonna get Pharrell Williams or some shit?
No, they're gonna get like Babyface.
Oh god.
No, not Travis Barker. Honestly, them getting Travis Barker isn't even that far off from what's something that can actually happen.
They would unironically be better if that happened.
Yeah, Metallica with Travis Barker would unironically kick ass for at least one song before getting so goddamn stale.
Drew, I'm just saying, you were there when we listened to Mainstream Sellout, right? That wasn't like your clone. And no, we're not Machine Gun Kelly fans. We were very curious.
This is one of the worst songs, like top 5 worst songs.
I agree.
Really?
This
Yep.
this is so bad.
You're like, obvious joke, but poor Twisted Us right there.
Oh!
He sounds like someone making fun of James Hetfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst he's sounded on this album so far.
Yeah.
He sounded like he was. He sounded like he was doing a Danzig impersonation.
Probably was. This whole song is like somebody making fun of Load and Reload, but made it into a song.
Honestly,
Yeah.
this song to me, it sounds like something that would be on like a modern Leonard Skinner album. Like fucking Scab Leonard Skinner.
Okay, I feel like we
Yeah.
aren't paying enough attention to like the
Yeah.
production on the lyrics because like honestly the mixing sounds the most ass on this song so far, like out of the whole album.
It's
Yeah,
just,
it sounds kind of disjointed, especially like before with those weird distorted vocals. And now, I guess, like it's not even a good distortion effect. It sounds like he's singing through a tin can.
It sounds like it's still dry, but it's a shitty mic. Like, how do you make the raw input sound worse?
They're singing through like an Xbox microphone or something like that.
Nah, they're singing through Skype chat.
they're singing through a Zoom call.
They're singing through TeamSpeak. Remember that? I don't.
Oh, I do. He's cupping the mic.
This
He has
reminds
to
me
be.
of the Presidio demos.
Oh, does actually no, that does sound like he's cupping the mic. Actually, yeah, he's cupping the mic. It's gotta
Oh, God, this couldn't have been the best take.
Insert AVGN going.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Okay, I promised myself silently that I wouldn't make alcoholism jokes, but I'm kind of dropping it here. I don't have a joke to say so far, but prepare.
it. You're a better man than I.
God, well, glad that's over.
Nah, don't worry, we got more.
I think for this video, every time somebody says something like they agree with, we all have to say, yeah!
Yeah!
No,
We're gonna
No.
forget in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten.
I mean, fuck! Yeah!
How about just in case, just like take a soundbite of each of us saying yeah and just like repeat it every single time. That way we don't have to remember and it's all on the editor.
Fuck you, I ain't doing that. You need a dick.
Yeah!
Eat my entire ass.
Alright, that's your soundbite, then go for it. Alright.
Yeah,
just be
that's
me
my
and Ruben.
soundbite right there. That's my soundbite of agreeance.
Gonna waste my pain on you!
I still, after all these years, don't know what to think of this song.
Sucks.
This is a B-side at best.
It sucks. Did I mention that it sucks?
I like that riff.
You did,
Yeah,
you did, but you
it's-
could say it again.
It's a recycled Pantera ripoff riff.
Oh my god, it is too. No, I can hear it.
Let's
No,
take
you're
it
right.
southern style.
Except less heavy.
Let's take it midwestern style.
Let's take it mid-style. Let's scoop the mids.
Hey! Oh, you Bernicus! Let the boys be boys!
Rape culture.
Yeah, what?
I refuse to say it
Let the
before.
boys be boys.
Oh, yeah.
I refuse to say it before, but this honestly sounds like more like pop metal.
Yeah, I can imagine like a fucking 80s hair band doing shit like this in the 90s.
This is like a Faster Pussycat single from the early 90s.
I can imagine Def Leppard doing shit like this on Slang.
I've never heard a single minute off Slang, but I know it's supposed to be like their 90s sellout album, so I'm gonna keep believing that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
disprove
it's not
it.
good.
Def Leppard
Nope,
are
this
like
is-
pure fucking whores.
I'm not gonna disprove it for myself. What the fuck? It sounds like they like had a muscle spasm in the middle of that riff. So, do you guys think that we have to put off Reload for another day, or do you think we can go through it the whole time, the whole way?
I can go through it.
Yeah, I was about
Alright,
to
we'll see
say,
how it
Nathan
goes.
seems like the only holdout, unless Caleb wants to, I don't know, fuck himself.
I'll see how I feel after the Outlaw Torn.
Because we still got 5 very long songs. This song's about being a member of the KKK.
I'm just gonna say it, I think this video, or parts of videos, are gonna go par for the course with Caleb falling asleep halfway through.
I don't like boring music, I'm sorry.
Oh, the song didn't know how to end, so it just stopped.
Yeah.
Everlast?
Everlast if he was epic.
This is better than any post fucking House of Pain Everlast, arguably.
Yeah. Well, no, definitely. He's a better singer than Everlast.
And I say this as someone who has involuntarily listened to Everlast's whole discography. Druid forced me to.
That's like forcing your girlfriend to get into BDSM when she really doesn't want to, but just stringing her up anyway.
Druid is Druid.
You mean rape. That is literal rape.
You're not making it get any better on yourself, Drew. You're
Druid, you're
implicating
canceled.
yourself. You're canceling
Oh
yourself.
no!
It's okay, I got him back by forcing him to listen to Michael Jackson's discography.
We already said this during the Risk video.
I'd like to formally apologize to everybody I have affected with my actions, especially Caleb. I mean, the victim. I am attending 12-step therapy.
Emphasis on infected.
And I thought that was normal behavior, but it really wasn't. And I'm going through therapy, and I hope everybody recovers and I learn stuff. And yeah.
So once again, we're looking for a new applicant to fill Drew's role.
Hey, I wanted to say I'm genuinely sorry, and I'm not going to make excuses, but I must say I didn't know that anything I did was wrong. I thought everything was normal behavior, and also the victim totally led me on.
Okay, Justin Roiland.
Andrew Callaghan.
Yeah, I was going for the Andrew Callaghan vibe.
Kevin Spacey. You're gonna live as a
The
gay
amount
man.
of, like, sincere apologies I've seen from, like, sexual abusers, I can count on, like, one hand.
Yeah. So by the way,
I
like
don't
this
even.
song.
Yeah, I don't even like country music, and even I like this song.
It sounds like
Okay,
modern
okay,
country,
okay.
dude.
Look, I'm not a big country fan at all. I can call this as like McDonald's equivalent country sort of thing before we got pop country.
Nah, this is, like, Garth Brooks type shit.
It is like Garth Brooks, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, this is like the McDonald's equivalent of country. But now the pop country we have, that's like the Happy Meal toy equivalent of country.
Dude, pop
Yeah,
country.
this is like McDoubles and fries country.
Pop country now is this trap for people who hate black people.
Unironically. We get it. Your mom died. Get over it.
James is a sociopath.
No, I just don't care about anybody's feelings.
James laughed at the part of Daddy where Jonathan Davis actually began crying.
And I
I don't
snickered.
even remember that.
He also laughed at that part in Dancer in the Dark where at the very, very end, if you haven't seen the movie
Spoiler
already,
alert.
New York gets
Made me so mad! I wanted
Yeah.
to kill you!
I was crying when that happened.
In my defense, I kind of predicted it. I said, hey, wouldn't it be funny if they just Then they did, and I thought that was funny. I'm sorry, I'm an awful person. It's your
Yeah,
fault
you
for being
really
friends
are.
with me, so actually it's your fault.
We would like to announce that we are taking new applicants for a friend position.
Yeah, it's got James and Friends without the James. We're gonna make our two different versions. It's gonna be the Friends and the James. It's like when there are two different Queensryches.
Yeah.
Except the thing is, I can't get any other friends because no one else can fucking stand me. So it's gonna be James and the Friends.
It's just you doing overdubs. You're overdubbing
Yes.
yourself and reacting to yourself.
Yeah, I'm like imitating you guys or something like that. And it's like that one part from the South Park. It's like, wow, James, we like you because you are so awesome and cute. This riff sucks.
Yeah, this song sucks.
Once
Way
again,
too
this is an-
fucking long for what
This
it
is
is.
another rip-off riff.
It is! What is a ripoff of? I can't tell.
I think Black Sabbath. No, Pink Floyd.
Yes!
Pink
I-
Floyd.
No, this is
No,
Black Sabbath.
It is Sabbath.
Well, Pink
yeah.
Floyd too.
No.
No, Piper.
No. Yeah, actually, Pink Floyd.
Piper at the Gates of
Piper
Dawn.
Sam or yeah,
Guys. Druid is right. This is ripping off Lucifer Sam.
Thank you, Metallica, for making me want to listen to Pink Floyd now.
Hate all of you.
His song is still fucking going.
Yeah.
God, James's vocals are so fucking annoying in this song.
Yeah.
Like, usually they're funny, but in this song they're just annoying.
God, is it gonna be
this band
this?
sucks right in this era.
He's there. He's gonna repeat it till the very end, isn't he?
Definitely. Ah! See, I don't mind this part because I like the harmonies. It reminds me of Alice in Chains. Just everything else around it I don't like.
It's a basic ass harmony.
Yeah, but it's at least pleasing to the ear. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it does the job.
He's repeating
I'll take what I can get at this point, Drew. I'm not picky.
Yeah, but starts crying.
Here we fucking go.
This is a riff. I'm gonna make a compilation album called Riffs.
Yeah, this one, You've Gotta Belong to It by Pantera.
Fuck, what else?
This is-
Negativity by Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is music to bone your sister to.
This is, I think for the longest time, I thought that this was the worst Metallica song.
No.
It's like
There's
top.
several
all-
in Saint Anger that are worse.
Of all of the stripper introduction music songs that have been on this album, this one's the most anemic by far.
When you want to watch your sister strip for you. You know what's funny? When I first listened to this album, I thought this song would be about Ronnie James Dio. I was in for a surprise.
Like the cum on the album cover.
I'm sure that's what they meant. I'm not even lying. I'm sure
Wait a
that's what they
minute.
meant.
No, they're singing about the cum blood on the album cover.
Yeah, it's about the character they made, you know, like Iron Maiden has Eddie. Metallica during this era had Ronnie Cumblood.
It's probably like more in depth than that. There's probably an in-joke among the band members where like they were talking about it after they finished jacking off onto the photo lens together in the group circle jerk.
At least Kiss did a cool thing with their blood, and they use it as ink in a comic book. See, that's cool. This is not cool. It's a very bloody day indeed.
Now, which do you think they added first, the blood or the cum? Because it really matters.
I'm surprised we haven't made a period joke yet.
Yeah, Lars was kind of looking a bit irritable in some of these music videos. His eyeliner made him look like fucking Billy Joe Armstrong on some occasions.
God, he does too, yeah.
He does walk a lonely road. It's not right, James.
Like, imagine, like, later on down the road, like, Jason came by with Voivod, and they're like, hey, Lars, how's it going? What the fuck is that? And Lars is like, oh, you don't remember, man? That's, like, the fucking artwork we fucking made for Load.
Jason wasn't in Voivod till after he left. The fucked up thing is, around that time, Metallica were going to be on the bill of some big festival, and Voivod were on that bill too. And Metallica's management made the label take Voivod off the bill.
Yeah, that's super fucked up.
Whose ego do you think was a deciding factor in that?
I have no idea. We know it ain't Kirk. That's it. And Rob's sitting there like, oh god, guys, please just be nice. Real talk, Rob is probably the most underutilized member in all of the Big Four.
I like this song, but it's too fucking long.
The song did not have to be longer than anything off their 80s albums. Like, this is mindless self-indulgence.
The band.
Like, fucking... Yeah, no, not the band. Like, this is one of the worst things about the CD era, when, like, bands just started making albums too fucking long. You know what I love about, for example, the early Van Halen albums? None of them were over 30, 35 minutes. Only the cream of the crop rose to the top. There's no room for filler. Meanwhile...
Hey, I like Alice in Chains, but I also want to like Metallica too. So what if Metallica did Alice in Chains? That would be pretty interesting to listen to, I think.
Remember when said that this song was objectively better than anything from Kill 'Em All?
No way. No, that has to be a joke.
Said that unironically.
Said that.
I can't, I don't believe that.
This song is not better than any song from the 80s. I said it.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Maybe. You might at least not better than anything from the first three.
I would even take Dyer's Eve, which is my least favorite from the 80s.
Dyer's Eve? What is wrong with you?
No. To Live is to Die. To Live is to Die.
Okay, okay.
I meant to...
Good.
Dyer's Eve rules.
To Live is to Dyer's Eve.
Hey, they both had Die in the title, and they're both on the same album. Give me a break.
I like the overall feeling of this song compared to a lot of other songs, like from this era. Like, it's super dark, twisted and shit. I like the guitar solo a lot. Like, it's so fucking creepy, but like...
Super dark. Maybe if you're a baby.
Just like with Bleeding Me. Cool ideas here. This would be a pretty good, like, 5-6 minute song or something.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's even stretching it.
At this current pace, songwriting-wise, I think even 6 minutes would be way too much.
Yeah. Honestly, you know who would have been a great producer or co-producer, since they're kind of going for an Alice in Chains type vibe in a lot of the songs? Fucking Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I think he would have been able to push them much more than Bob Rock, because Bob Rock by this point, he wasn't a producer, he was becoming their friend. So he wouldn't push them as much like he would on the Black Album. Like, Bob Rock could be the brains, and Jerry Cantrell can be the guy whipping them actually into shape. He could be the guy to say, hey, maybe add a riff here, you know, maybe cut out this.
If the rest of the song is this, it would be boring as fuck, but you know what? I could tolerate it.
It isn't.
See, Metallica doing stoner rock's not bad. Why can't they attempt other forms of rock and not be bad? Is it because stoner rock is easy to make?
Yes.
Not gonna argue. He's not.
You walked right into that. Okay, I like this part.
Same. It's like super creepy sounding.
Metallica gaze.
Wish there was more stuff like this from this era, honestly.
They should have turned this part into a total wall of noise kind of thing.
So, what do we think, fellas? Do we want to sit through 75 more minutes of this shit?
I think I can.
I can.
Sure.
Well, I'm gonna be sleeping good tonight.